Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple of my favorite plays on Prizepicks for today's slate for Friday, April the 8th. This is one of our last slates of the regular season, and I normally don't upload on the weekend, so I don't think I'm going to post a video for the last 2 days for Saturday and Sunday. But I did mention this a couple days ago. I think when the playoffs do get here next week, I will start uploading every day, uploading on the weekend. So I'll be posting Prizepicks videos on the weekends when the playoffs start next week. But this will be my kind of my last video for the regular season at least, and then we'll resume everything back to normal next week when the playoffs start. But yeah, man, we got one more slate to talk about. It's another day where there's probably going to be a bunch of injury news that comes out during the day. There's some teams on back-to-backs. There's some teams that right now are not up on the board. Like there's no Bucks props available right now because it's pretty likely the Bucks rest some guys today against Detroit. There's no Lakers props available right now. There's no Raptors props because the Raptors might rest some guys today. So a lot still up in the air, but I was able to find 4 props I do feel good about that I will share in this video. Before we talk about today's plays, we can recap yesterday, and yesterday was not a very good day. I don't know why it is, but every time I have a good day and I go like 3-1 or 4-0, yesterday or 2 days ago on Wednesday we went 4-0, and then yesterday we went 1-3. It's just like every time I have a good day, I always follow it up with a bad day. I don't know why the DFS gods, the gambling gods do this to me, but yeah, it was not a good day yesterday. We only went 1-3 on the 4 picks we gave out. We did hit the over on Nikola Jokic PRA, hit pretty easily. Jokic, just continues to crush every single night. The picks that really, let me down were, for one, Trey Jones fantasy points. I felt really good about. He had hit in 3 straight games without DeJounte. We needed 32 fantasy points from Trey Jones, 32 or more, and he finished with 30.6. So Trey Jones got really close. He did have a chance to get an assist right before the game was about to end on an inbound pass. I was watching the game. I was sweating it out, and he passed it. He inbounded the pass to, I can't remember who it was that shot the ball, but the guy shot it. It went like off the rim, off the backboard, hit the rim again, and then went out. So if he would have made that basket, got an assist, Trey Jones would have went over, but he came up short. Karl-Anthony Towns had 19 points with 10 minutes left in the third quarter and finished the game with 21 points. Like, I felt really good about Towns. He didn't have the best first half. He had 11 points in the first half, but at the start of the third quarter, he scored like 8 quick points, had 19 points with 10 minutes left in the third quarter. 10 minutes left in the third quarter, he had 19 points, and he finished the game with 21 points. After Towns had went on that little stretch where he got 8 points, it was basically just the Anthony Edwards show after that. Anthony Edwards could not miss. He was taking a ton of shots, and Towns only finished with 21 points, and we needed 27 from him. So that one didn't hit. And then Jordan Poole, he just did not have the best game. We needed 25 points from him. He had 19. He was more of a facilitator last night. He had like a ton of assists last night. I think he had 11 or 12 assists. The shot attempts were a little bit lower than normal. He finished with just 19 points. So brutal day yesterday, man, but we're going to bounce back today. I feel good about these 4 plays we're going to talk about. Before we do get started, though, guys, hit that like button down below. I always appreciate the likes. If you're new to the channel and you have not yet, hit that subscribe button as well. Like I said, this will probably be my last Prizepicks video for the regular season, but when the playoffs start next week, I'll be uploading Prizepicks videos daily on the weekends as well. I'll be trying to make some Prizepicks videos covering every slate, so definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new here. And if you're new to Prizepicks, you want to check out Prizepicks, you can sign up with my promo code Noah. They will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my code. And as always, you can tell the picks I give in this video. You can make some entries for yourself. Prizepicks does offer a ton of other sports outside of just NBA, so check them out. Sign up, use code Noah, and you'll get a deposit bonus when you sign up. But let's talk through the 4 plays I like for today. We got 2 PRA props I like, and then we got 2 points props I like. So starting off in the PRA category, going to go down to a guy that's been hitting pretty often over his last 5 games, been playing really well, and that's LaMelo Ball. I really like LaMelo Ball over 34.5 points, rebounds, assists. LaMelo, he's one of these guys that I don't like betting on, one specific stat for him. Now, yesterday I was on his rebounds and that hit, but for today, I'm liking the PRA. I mean, the PRA has been something that LaMelo's hit pretty recently, or pretty often recently, hit it in 4 out of his last 5 games. And one thing that really makes me, like LaMelo's PRA today is that his minutes have really started to be, a lot more secure. He's been playing bigger minutes over their last 5 games. The 4 out of the 5 games that he did hit his PRA, he played 34, 37, 34, and 35 minutes. That game against Philly, they lost by 30, so that was the reason LaMelo only played 28 minutes. He didn't hit. It was a blowout. Today's game against the Bulls should stay close. Both these teams, I think, are fighting for playoff seeding. Right now, the Hornets are the 10 seed, and they're only a game behind the Nets and Hawks for the 9 and 8 seed. So the Hornets could definitely move up in the standings, and I think they're really going to be trying to win these last few games. And then right now the Bulls, they're the 6th seed. They're 2 games ahead on the Cavs. So I think the Bulls, I think technically did lock up the 6th seed today, but they could maybe move up ahead of the Raptors. They're only 2 games behind the Raptors, so I think the Bulls will be going all out here. Right now, we don't have any news of the Bulls resting any guys, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. But I'm expecting the Hornets at least to go all out to play their starters big minutes, even on a back-to-back. I think LaMelo plays 35, 36 minutes here. This should be a fairly fast-paced game. I think right now it does have a 227.5 total, so I like LaMelo over 34.5 points, rebounds, assists. If he continues to play 35, 36 minutes like he has been in close games lately, I mean, we know his stats are really good. His per 36 stats are really good. He leads the team in usage on the season. And per 36, he's averaging 22 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. So he's basically averaging 37 points, rebounds, assists per 36 this year. His season averages are right around 34.5. In some of these games, his minutes have not been super high because of blowout or this or that. Well, lately in close games, they've really been playing LaMelo big minutes, and I think that'll continue tonight. So I really like the over 34.5 points, rebounds, assists for LaMelo. And then we're going to go to another guy that I've been on a lot recently, and he's been coming through for us. I'm going to take the over 26.5 PRA for Şengün once again. Been taking Şengün's PRA the last 2 games without Christian Wood, and he's hit in both games. He had 33 against Minnesota, and then last game against Brooklyn, he had 30 points, rebounds, assists. You can take a look at his stats this season with Şengün off the floor, or not Şengün, but with Christian Wood off the floor. Take Dennis Schroeder and Eric Gordon off the floor as well. Şengün's played 558 minutes with those guys off the floor, averaging 16.5 points, almost 10 rebounds, and almost 5 assists per 36. So he's averaging around 31, 32 points, rebounds, assists per 36 with Schroeder, Wood, Gordon off the floor, and obviously right now all those guys are done for the season. But Christian Wood being out is big for Şengün, and we've seen Şengün's role be really good. The last 2 games he's played 33 and 36 minutes in those 2 games. Şengün's always been a productive player when he does get minutes. He's shown all season that when he gets opportunity, he can stuff the stat sheet, can score, can rebound, can get assists. Last game he had 14, 11, and 5. The game before that he had 14, 15, and 4. He just does everything when he's out there. He's a good facilitator. I think 27 points, rebounds, assists is once again looks like a really good bet here. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about is that right now Toronto is favored by 17.5, and this game obviously does have a lot of blowout risk. But I will say the Rockets have been playing pretty well lately, and even in games you expect them to get blown out. They've been keeping games close. The game against Brooklyn they kept somewhat close to where the starters played their full minutes. The game against Minnesota was only a 7-point game. Starters played their full minutes. Toronto on a back-to-back, maybe Toronto rests some guys today, which obviously is going to be good for these Rockets guys because that just makes it more likely the game stays close. Matchup's not the best, but I think with how much Şengün's playing right now, with the role that he's got, with how many minutes he's getting, and just with how good of a point-per-minute player he is, with how he can do everything when he's on the floor, I feel pretty good about him getting 27 points, rebounds, assists if he continues to play 34, 36 minutes like he has been the last 2 games. I think Şengün might even get blowout run too. I'm not confident in that, but if by some chance this game does get ugly and the Rockets get blown out, Şengün might still be out there in a blowout. We have seen him play in blowouts this season, so I like the over 26.5 PRA for Şengün. And then the 2 points props that I like quite a bit today, going to go to his teammate, Jalen Green. Going to take over 24.5 points for Jalen Green. Now, I did notice that a lot of the Rockets props today are really low. I'm guessing, the lines are just kind of banking in blowout risk, so you don't want to put these guys way too high because obviously if the game blows out, they're probably going to go under. But man, you look at Jalen Green's points, he's hit in 5 straight games. He's been taking a ton of shots. You look at KPJ's points. He's hitting 5 straight games. These guys have been scoring a ton. They've been playing huge minutes. Again, like I said, the Rockets have been playing better lately. They've been keeping games close. We've been seeing the starters play their full minutes. Does tonight games stay close? I hope it does for my sake. But, in the games that have stayed close, 40 minutes, 37, 40, 36, and 41 minutes for Jalen Green over his last 5 games. Shot attempts have been great. 24, 25, 24, 18, and 23 shot attempts. He's been taking a ton of threes. 15, 14, 14, 8, and 10 3-point attempts. So he's taking a ton of shots. He's taking a ton of threes. He's getting to the free throw line a decent amount. Jalen Green's just been scoring a ton. He's been taking a ton of shots. The minutes have been massive. And you can look over this 5-game stretch. He's been leading, or he's second on the team in usage right behind KPJ. And I think once again, I've been saying it recently, it's going to be the KPJ and Jalen Green show for these last few games. These are going to be the guys really dominating the usage. Bruno Fernando's got the third highest usage rate on the team, but he hasn't even been in the rotation the last 2 games with Şengün back. So it's once again just going to be massive usage for both KPJ and Jalen Green. I would limit myself, not going too heavy on all these Rockets guys. Like, I don't think I'd want to make an entry where I'm playing like 3 Rockets, because at that point the game has to stay close. If the game blows out, you're probably screwed. But if you do want to play this game to stay close, take the overs on Şengün, Green, KPJ. If it stays close, I think all these guys are going to hit their points props, their PRA props. I mean, they've just been crushing lately. Blowout's the one concern. The matchup's not the best, but the Rockets been playing really well. They've been giving these guys huge minutes, and I think once again, Jalen Green over 24.5 points. I've been playing it a lot lately. It's been hitting. It's basically hitting 6 straight games. I think today it's got a good chance to hit once again, especially with the shot volume he's getting, with the minutes he's playing. That's one prop that I do like quite a bit. So that's the third prop I'm on. And then the fourth prop, another points prop that I like quite a bit. This one might be a little bit riskier just because he hasn't been playing that well lately, but I'm really liking the over 17.5 points for Nikola Vucevic. Right before I started recording and right before I put my entry in, this line was actually at 16.5 and it went up to 17.5, which makes me think a lot of other people are betting his over as well. But the matchup is what really makes me like Vooch here. Now, obviously, like I said, Vooch has not been playing that well lately. He's gone under this in 3 straight games. But this is just such a good matchup against Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte, they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. They do play at a really fast pace. And you can actually look at this season, look at Fantasy Pros DVP. They allow the second most points to the center position, the Hornets do. Second most points allowed to centers. And Vooch has destroyed the Hornets in the games they've played. They've played twice this season. Vooch had 30 points in the first meeting against the Hornets, and then the last time they played, he had 18 points. They also played twice last season. Vooch had 29 and 18 points in the 2 games they played last season. Now, obviously, last season they didn't have DeRozan, but I think Vooch is going to have a massive role once again. I think the minutes are going to be really good. He's been playing big minutes lately. Like I said earlier, little bit worried that maybe Chicago doesn't go all out to win this game, because they have pretty much locked up their playoff spot. They are the 6th seed, but if the Raptors lose their next 2 games and the Bulls win their next 2 games, then maybe the Bulls could jump the Raptors and get the 5 seed. Not 100% sure on that. I think the most likely scenario is that the Bulls play their guys here and then they probably rest on Sunday, because I think this is their second to last game. I don't think the Bulls play tomorrow. Yeah, the Bulls don't play tomorrow. So the Bulls play today against Charlotte, obviously, and then they play again on Sunday against, let's see who they play Sunday. They play the Timberwolves on Sunday. So Sunday might be a day where you see a lot of guys get rested. I think what's going to happen today is that the starters, the guys play their normal minutes, and then they probably rest on Sunday. So I'm expecting Vooch to play normal minutes here, 34, 35 minutes. The matchup is so good against Charlotte. He's destroyed Charlotte throughout his career. Charlotte allows a ton of points to the center position. I think Vooch can have a big game here, and I'm liking over 17.5 points for him. I think this is a game that should be pretty high scoring. It should stay close. Like I said earlier, the spread in this game I think is like 2.5 or 3 points right now. So I like over 17.5 points for Nikola Vucevic. That's the fourth and final prop that I'm on that I wanted to share in this video. So these are 4 picks I do kind of like at first look, guys. As always, you can tell the picks, to how you want. You can do a 4 pick if you want to do that. I did already put in a 4 pick with these 4 guys myself, but I might do some other entries where I mix and match these guys. I'll probably mix and match these guys with some of the plays I post on Patreon. I do post other Prizepicks plays on Patreon each day, usually as the day goes on, later in the day, as we get injury news, as we start to get more props added to the board. I'll find some other props I like. I'll post those on Patreon. And we did have a pretty good day with the Patreon picks yesterday. We went 4-1 on the 5 picks we gave out on Patreon. So if you're new and you want to check out the additional Prizepicks plays I do post, you can check that out. It's linked down below in the description. All that's provided over on Patreon, our Discord chat, additional Prizepicks plays, my DFS content. I do post a lot of stuff over there, so check that out if you're interested. But again, guys, I wish you the best of luck on the slate. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you enjoyed, hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well if you are new here. If you have not signed up for Prizepicks yet, make sure to use promo code NOAH. When you do sign up, they'll match your first deposit up to $100 when you sign up with my promo code. But that's all I got for today, guys. Once again, this is probably going to be my final video for the regular season, and then when the playoffs start next week, I think the play-in tournament starts on Tuesday. I don't know how many games we're going to have Tuesday. It might just be 1 game, but I'll probably post a video Tuesday for that 1 game, see what kind of props I can find for those play-in games. I'm excited for the playoffs, man. Playoffs are going to be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of teams that could have a chance to win this year. I don't think there's one team that's just going to run away with everything. I think there's a lot of good teams this season, so excited for the playoffs, excited for that to start next week. As always, guys, I'll be posting content when that does resume, but enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back here next week when the playoffs start. Best of luck tonight, guys, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you then. Peace.